call.
Here we go.
Raise your cup, your mug, your chalice. Sumay, that's a ridiculously large
You
cup.
gave it to me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
I
didn't. That's
Oh my
That's
goodness.
too much,
This
Sumay.
is so ridiculous. Nothing
Join me in
even
the
here.
simultaneous sip. Apparently, Aila was sleepwalking last night.
Yup, again. Mommy woke me up and I was on the couch. She was like, how on earth did you get there? And it's just like, oh, I sleepwalked again.
He was the guy who did the In the Mind of the Master Procrastinator TED Talk.
Oh, yeah.
He just published a book.
What was interesting about it?
Well, he made this really cool analogy. He was watching The Real Housewives, and he was like, his wife was watching it, and then he was kind of like sort of listening in on it, and then he was kind of like...
I'll bet it's his favorite show.
When he asked his grandmother, like, when she was 20, was she into politics? And she's like, no, politics is boring. In the news and what people think of as politics is really just the reality show. They cut out all the boring stuff and it's all the drama and the hype, and they have main characters. You
also get to decide who's good and evil.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
I found out a friend of mine doesn't like Lex Friedman. Sumay and I were talking to him. How can you not like Lex Friedman? He did a podcast recently
About J.K. Rowling.
Did you hear that?
canceled. Yeah,
I think I
listened
sent
to
it
that.
to you.
That was
Wait,
really,
what?
You
that
already
was
listened
really,
to it?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling getting canceled?
Yeah.
Basically.
Aila.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't hear because you were sleepwalking, but
Daddy!
She was kind of commenting on the issue of how trans rights are sometimes interfering with women's rights.
What's
For
trans
example,
rights?
Rights for transgender people.
Oh.
And so...
they transition.
Yeah.
I don't really know a lot of the details.
One common example is a biologically male person who then transitions to being a woman and then is participating in women's sports, going into women's bathrooms.
there was a South Park episode.
Yeah, there was a
about
South
this,
Park
Yeah.
episode of that.
where there was like
I watched
a,
that
a
one.
giant
big dude
dude
with muscles and a beard, and he was
He's
wearing a
like-
band. He's just like, yeah.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman.
She wasn't even really commenting on those things specifically. It was that a woman got fired for saying that biological sex is real. And she said, love whoever you want, do whatever you want. But women who are getting fired for saying that biological sex is real is just not something that should be happening. And then basically a bunch
So
of...
somebody got fired for saying that the gender that you're born physically is real.
Yeah. And, I mean, I haven't looked into this specifically. This is just what they were talking about on the podcast.
What if she just meant that that's physically real?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what she was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. And...
Seems like it's hard to...
Yeah,
You
it
can't
is...
say anything these days.
Stop talking.
Well,
Sleepwalker. I was thinking it might be neat to look at that documentary.
by saying that biological sex is real, then you're kind of challenging their view that they're a different gender. And like misgendering people is a big term. You can like increase their rates of, suicide and self-harm and all these bad things like in depression.
Does misgender mean to misunderstand somebody's gender?
Yes.
But you two are still girls.
Yes.
J.K. Rowling shouldn't be canceled. She wrote Harry Potter.
Yeah, well...
Everyone loves Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So everyone should love J.K. Rowling.
She is kind of like...
Whoa, J.K. Rowling's on Twitter. She's
Yeah.
got 14 million followers.
Duh,
Really?
she
I
wrote
know.
14
Harry Potter.
million in one, baby. Lengardium Leviosa.
Yeah. That was really interesting because it was kind of saying like how,
I'm not finding it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
She's
okay.
on Twitter. Sweet.
there were so many people coming after her, and her address was being
Is this
shared
because
and
she
stuff.
misgendered somebody?
No, it was just because she was supporting that lady.
Wait,
Okay.
people were sharing her address?
Yeah, some people were saying like, oh well, since you're so rich and you're so like famous, you have all the success, and it's fine.
You can become a target.
Yeah, she was barely able to kind of like get out of this.
Wait 1 second. Don't subscribe. Just want to make sure that we don't get into trouble.
Oh.
Keep it low key. Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. So witch trials meaning like whether kind of
Oh,
like
I watched a
with,
TED Ed on witch trials too.
Yeah, I read that what was the Salem witch trials book like 3 times. It was really interesting. Maybe
All
the
right.
one on Rough and Tumble Play might be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughy tumbly. Woo!
We play a lot of rough and tumble play because he always brings his Nerf guns everywhere.
Right.
So we'll steal his Nerf guns and then run around the common room. And then he'll like tackle us. And then we'll like smack him down with pillows.
Okay.
It's very fun.
I probably got like in the top 1 percentile of rough and tumble play.
That's
Like, I
why
think
you
it-
need a mug like this.
Right,
Then you
yeah.
don't run
That's
out so easily.
Exactly.
it
Should we
was
get more
really
coffee?
a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Should we
I
get
need
more
more coffee.
We'll continue on Wednesday.
Yup.
Episode 1 of episode 1.
Wake-up
We're just
call.
calling it a wake up call.
Yeah.
Wake up call, and then we'll do Zoolander. Ready? Wake up call.
No, I didn't do a
Why
good
did
one.
you do it that way?
I turned it this way and then
Okay,
turned
ready?
it around.
Wake up call. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, now I'll say wake up call, and then we'll all peer off this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Like,
No, we
like
can
we're
be
seeing
like
a rocket
that.
take off in the
The
distance.
cover of the +1 in South Park, we're all just staring.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, give me the one in the front. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Wake up call. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.